Hi guys, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. You've joined me at the Belfry again today. We're at the PGA National Golf Academy and we are looking at controlling the length of your backswing in this video. So, as many of you can probably relate to, many golfers have golf swings which are too long. They have too much length in their backswing, generally termed as an overswing. So, I think sort of most golfers would be fairly happy with the fact that parallel to the ground in the club shaft is about as far as we'd like to swing the golf club. Certainly with an iron club and your shorter clubs, we'd like to get that club slightly shorter than that, which is going to give us a little bit of control. There's a little bit less of a premium on distance with the irons than there is on the driver. We don't mind the driver swing being a little bit longer than the iron swing, but if we can control the length of the iron swing, we're generally going to find this gives us more consistency. So what we're going to do in this video, however, is we're going to look at maybe how to control the length of it and what we should be sort of changing in order to do this. So if I just give you a quick demonstration of maybe a golf swing which is too long, classed as an overswing. So we'd have a not a bad setup, and then we go back, and the golf club might end up down here somewhere, and this would be, as I say, considered as an overswing. Now we would certainly like to address that issue, and we would certainly like to get that golf club a little bit shorter, but as I sort of alluded to at the start, there's different ways of doing this, and we want to understand what we've got to try and do. What I want you to try and feel to control the length of your swing is that we have a big shoulder turn coupled with a very little short arm swing. So what I mean by that is, as best we can, we're trying to keep the hands and the arms and the grip of the golf club in front of the chest. So it's set up, give or take, the hands and the club and the grip are in front of my chest. As I make a backswing, what I don't want to do is limit the turn in my shoulders and let the arms continue on their path. Because if I end up in this position here, there's my chest, there's in front of my chest, my arms have travelled a good distance past my chest, and this has caused the overswing or the club to get too long. It will also often get too narrow, lead arm will often break down. What you'll see with the golfers who have what appears to be shorter golf swings is they just don't have a huge amount of arm swing. They have a big shoulder turn, but the arms tend to stay a little bit more in front of the chest, so they get their shoulders turning past 90, but the club doesn't reach parallel because they haven't made an arm swing. The arms haven't travelled on their own. We don't get any overrun, as we call it, where the shoulders stop turning and the arms continue. This makes it very difficult to sink the downswing. It makes it very difficult to get the arms back in front of the body on the way down, and it obviously makes it more difficult then to hit the shots that we desire. So when we are trying to control the length of the swing, we don't simply want to just start to turn less, allow the arms to travel and stop the club short. What I actually want you to try and do to control the length of the swing is actually increase the rotation you have in your body, so shoulder turn and maybe hip rotation in turn. Increase that past 90 degrees, but feel as if the arms are wide and in front of your chest. So let me just go ahead and give you a demonstration of that one again. So I'm going to feel a big turn, but a short arm swing. So the club hasn't reached anywhere near parallel, yet because I've made a big turn, that's going to give me a decent amount of power. I'm not going to find that I lose distance by doing this. However, I'm going to pick up some control. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit a couple for you. I'll try and show you from face on because that's going to give you a much better indication of what we're looking for. Okay, that felt pretty good. Decent amount of turn, but felt the arm swing is a little bit shorter, and that's what we're looking for. So controlling the length of your backswing is really important. It's something we need to do to give us some consistency with the irons, and certainly, as I said at the start, we'd like the iron swing to be a little bit shorter than the driver swing and the wood swing, but making sure that we don't underturn the body. We get a full turn over 90 degrees, but keep the arms in front of, feel what they're in front of you, keep some width, and that will hopefully mean that the golf club doesn't get too long into what we class as an overswing. So let me just hit another one for you. I'm going to try and do the same thing, so I'm going to feel big shoulder turn, but a short arm swing. And again, that felt pretty good. So if you can do that, you shouldn't lose any distance. That's really a key thing. When golfers try to shorten their swing, one of the first things they say to us is it feels weaker. I don't feel I can hit the ball as far. If we can increase the amount that we rotate the body, we shouldn't lose any distance because that's where we're going to generate our power from. And if we can get some good positions, some better structure to our backswing, we're going to pick up consistency, and then generally we're pretty happy if we don't lose distance to increase consistency. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully it's something that you can try on the driving range. If you can get a reflection or mirror opposite you, that's a really, really good way of practicing, because it gets you to sort of see visually what you're doing. If not, you might want a video golf swing with an iPhone or an iPad, something like that, and it's going to give you some good feedback. But give it a go. You might find you pick up some consistency with the irons. You might find you get a bit more control, and you might find that you actually strike the ball slightly better doing this, because, as I say, it's a little bit less distance for the club to travel, and that can only be good for consistency. So give it a go and let me know how you get on. If you liked it, thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up. Please post any comments you've got in the boxes down below. I'll do my best to respond to as many as I can. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so by clicking the button down below. Subscription to the channel is free. Access to the videos is free. You'll just get an email notification every time I upload some new videos, and it just means that you won't miss any of the content. So please subscribe if you haven't done already, and we'll see you again next time.